Hey everybody, I wanted to share some exciting news with you. A purchase that I made. I've had some Hinderer knives in the past. Rick Hinderer, XM-18. Um, I've had a few come through my hands, and I've sold a few. This was my first, and I bought this at a knife show, and was very happy with this purchase. This was with the CTS XHP steel, stonewashed all over, and was blown away by the quality of Hinderer and his knives. The quality that he puts forth in his knives, it's just amazing. It is, I am a big fan of Chris Reeve knives, but I can say that the Hinderer knives are every bit as close to perfection as you can get, even maybe a little better than Chris Reeve in some areas. And they're built, as a lot of you know, super tough. But you've seen these knives before. This is the 3-inch XM-18 with a Sponto tip or grind, and of course we have the 3.5-inch. I've had those two, which I love. This one in smooth carbon fiber, and this one with the cranberry red scale. This one has the old school screws on it, the domed screws. I have a set of the flat to go with this. Haven't put them on yet. I kind of like the domed look. I think the flat looks really nice with this carbon fiber. At some point I thought I'd wanted to purchase a XM-24, but I just kept putting it off. Other things came up. Found this one at a pretty good deal, and I'm glad I did. Now this is the same era as the other two. Now if you know, the new generation XMs have Rick's logo, laser etched right here. It's a dark etch, his horse head logo, which is a nice design, by the way. I really like how he does the horse head with the Hinderer knives in a circle around that. I think whoever designed that did a nice job. I don't particularly like how they put it on their knife blades. I don't like a lot of words and things on the knives. I like to let the knife's beauty speak for itself, and so I don't care for that. I probably will change my mind. It probably wouldn't keep me from purchasing a knife if the right one came about. But you know what? My preference is the sterile blade. And on the back, they also put the big USA up here with the blade steel. And it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't make it a dark, like black etch. If they would have kept it the color of the blade steel, I think that would have been a little bit nicer. But they didn't. Some people say that it's to help prevent from copying, from people ripping them off, Chinese manufacturers copying their knives. I don't really see how that would do that. I don't know why a Japanese manufacturer couldn't take the logo and duplicate that. I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. But I'm not sure. The custom ones as well, I haven't been too pleased with. I've never owned a Rick Hinderer custom. I've heard they're outstanding. With his, he actually custom grinds the grinds on these knives. These are not. These are done by machine with the final sharpening done by hand, I believe. So these are considered a semi or mid-tech. But it's basically the same knife, except he does the grinds on the customs. But now he has his Hinderer, his signature, nicely black and dark across the custom blades, which not a big fan of that as well. So that's all right. It gives me reasons not to buy knives. I always need reasons not to buy knives because there's just too many things out there, and there's never enough money to purchase those things. So if there's there's ever a reason that you don't like something, that's a good thing. Centered blade. This thing's a tank, guys. I thought this one was big when I got it, but you can see the difference in thickness. These are all flippers, all Spanto. You can see the size there. Let's hold them all up there together. The family there. I think they did a nice job with the sizes there. I think they all fit a specific niche, and I think they're all I think they all do their job really well. Blade thickness. You can see here you are getting some thicker blade stock on the 24. If you ever heard of a fatty Hinderer XM, you talk about the fatty blade. It basically is a XM-24 blade on a XM-18 body. So you're getting the thickness of the XM-24's blade on a 3.5 inch XM-18. So those are a little more rare, hard to come by. But interesting knife. I'm very impressed with his knives, and I think you know, there's been quite a debate or whether they're worth, you know, what you get. I think if you can get it directly from Rick, if you're a law enforcement officer, military, first responder, I know he gives first priority to them and getting on a list. And these knives are very reasonable, probably pretty similar to a Sebenza. And I would say if you're one of those people and you're interested in knives, I would jump on that in a heartbeat and get yourself one of these because you won't regret it. The 3-inch is a lot nicer for an EDC, especially if you're in a city setting or workplace. This one is a nice size. Might be a little small for some as far as handle, but I have large hands, medium to large hands, and I can get 4 fingers on this knife. Nice. They flip so smoothly. Unbelievable. They used of course, fail right when I say it. They use Teflon washers, and unbelievable. Rick Hinderer's stonewashing is outstanding, by the way. And I just love how he does it. I wish CRK would do this more with their knives. They do it with the tie lock. I'd love to see him do a Sebenza with this stonewash. I think it would look really nice. Now, these aren't going to be the greatest slicers. If you're looking for a slicer, this isn't the knife for you. Definitely not. This is basically your heavy-duty knife that is going to take all punishment. You're not going to be able to beat this thing apart. Of course, I'm sure there's people that could tear it apart and misuse and abuse it, but for the most part, this thing's meant to take care of you, whatever you throw at it. Look at those standoffs, huge. Rick has, I know he's been known on his website to have, drive over, his knives with his Jeep and different things. They're tough, and made to roll. We've got the clip. You can reverse it either way, tip up, tip down, but only for the righties. There's not a lefty version. I don't think he makes a lefty version right now. I'm not sure why, but that's not an option. So for those of you lefties out there. Check out the size of the standoffs, the difference between the 3.5 and the 24, a little bigger. Everything's just a little bit bigger. Although the clips are the same, by the way, on every knife. You can clips fit all knives. So, just for your information. You also can buy these little inserts, these little titanium clip inserts. You can buy extra ones if you wanted to. Probably wouldn't pocket this one, but if you wanted to pocket the 3-inch without a clip, that's an option as well. They make these knives with flipper or non-flipper versions. I think the 24 is a little bit much to open. Well, yeah, it does. It's pretty nice. You could do it. I think it's really nice to have a flipper on this one. The blade is so heavy that there's just no problem getting that thing out quickly. I know Blade Ramble has a 24, and I know he's a big fan of it. He loves it. I have the orange scale. I wouldn't mind picking up a little more subdued scale as well. I like orange a lot, but wouldn't mind. You know, I really like the blue-black scale. For some reason, I think that looks really neat. It's a double blue and black, and as they jig it out, you get to see the blue coming through. So anyways, that's it. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I appreciate your time. Thank you for all your support, and we'll talk to you soon.